happened last time I was filming here. But I'll try to put somebody on a hand here. So now there's a potential flush and straight draw. So let's see what the guy has. They're not betting lots, so I don't think anybody has the hand here. Nobody has the straight. Guaranteed they don't have the straight because they didn't raise. And the bet they were making, it was like an insecure bet. They were kind of just feeling the plot. So that means he probably would have called because he had the overpair with the queens. But if he didn't have, like if he had like the 10, you know, you could probably make him fold with the 10 because of the potential straight out there, right? Because if you're calling with that top pair when there's a potential straight all the time, you're gonna get destroyed by long term, right? By better players. Better players are gonna beat you because thanks.
Welcome.
That's all good. Okay. I can never have gotten it right. So let's see what they have. Oh, they went all in. 90. I'd like to call, but I gotta see. And so nothing. Did they try to make me call? I'm trying to fly. One thing you gotta do is if somebody's all in, unless you want them to see that you're bluffing, don't bluff on the pot because they're gonna reveal the hands because they're all in, right? So you never want to reveal your bluffing. But if you do bluff and get called, right now, like everything that happens at the poker table, you could utilize it against your opponents in the future, right? So if you bluff lots, like if you get caught bluffing, then all of a sudden don't bluff and try to play the hand the exact same way that you bluffed, and then like not right away, like within you could do it right away. You can make the same move right away, and they're gonna fall for it. But for a seasoned player, they're not gonna fall for it if you do the same move right away. Trying to play the hand exactly how you play the bluff when you have a hand, and then you're likely to get called and then get paid off. Right. So the exact opposite strategy is when you show that you have the winning hand. To bluff that way later on, right? Because you're gonna, especially if you constantly show winners. Like if you constantly show winners, then you're giving yourself an opportunity to bluff because your opponents are gonna be like, okay, he's always showing, he's never bluffing, he's never bluffing. And then it gives you an opportunity to bluff later on in the next tournament. But the cash game is kind of tricky because they could win off you one hand. Like they could leave right away. So they try to communicate through the announcer. Kind of capture. So he should call when I go all in, but actually have this. So on this side, like, you know, I'm in the money, so I'm a little bit more aggressive because I'm already in the money. But I'm going fast here, so I gotta go all in. So he has 3 times that he can hit. I probably can flip our straight down. But I'm gonna try to win. So hopefully, ideally, I'm going to make a hand now, and then make the same kind of play, and then get a weak call. Nice bet. Nice bet. The hand that I had was like, if you're new to poker, it looks pretty because it's suited, but it was a terrible hand. Terrible hand. But I'm gonna jam right now because I'm kind of pressured. 10-4. But he's gonna get lucky, dude. He's gonna get lucky. They usually get lucky, like I said. Every time. That's why I never invest money on this. It's a play money site, but you can all play money sites. You can invest real money. But they always have to cheat to be. It's frustrating. If not, when they, the thing is, this is play money, but if it was a real money poker site, they rip me off on real money poker, and which stops me from making thousands of dollars that I would invest on the stock market, and then they would be able to they would make billions of dollars off my thousands of dollars I'd be making on the stock market. But these idiots don't know how to make money. They don't know how to make money. They make hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, and then I'd invest in the stock market, and then I'd be making thousands of dollars. They'd be like billions of their toolboxes. They allow people that don't even play poker that often rip me off to feel like they're good players and win. And like when you cheat, it's like using a drill to put in a screw. But when you work hard and you develop aptitude, it's like becoming a screwdriver, and that muscle memory, you become better over time. With the drill, you can take out the battery and plug the drill, and it's fucking useless. Right? So that means if I unhack the artificial intelligence, they're inept. They don't know how to make plays because they have computers making decisions. Right? So that's the same thing. Like if aliens were to come to Earth, they have these people that have quantum computing in their brain that they seem like they're awesome players or whatever, like LeBron James or Connor McDonkey on that Edmonton Oilers. And they seem like they're good players, but once you don't have technology, like last Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, the guy had 2 shots on goal. He's like the face of the NHL, and he only had 2 shots on goal. Are you kidding me? Like when I played baseball, every single time I swung the bat, it was the bottom of the ninth. The bases were loaded. Strike 2, I was down by 3 runs. I had a hit a home run every single time I swung the bat in my mind. Right, to find that gear, to have that psychology to win. Tomorrow I'm going to post a video on TikTok. My handle on TikTok is www.change.org/technology. I'm going to post a video about champions mindset. It's kind of like a poetry. It's not a song. It's like poetry, but it has a message in it. It'll make you become a champion. Because before you become a champion, you got to win in your mind first. Once you win in your mind, and then you put in the reps, then you become one of the best. I wrote a song about that. I put in the reps, I'm one of the best. Proclaimed to be, as she's clutching the sheets. I feel my strong confident, make the women moan and the men of the astonishing. I put in the reps, I'm one of the best. One hand draw on clip. Next thing she grabs my trousers. So that was atrocious. He had a flush. So anyways, my voice there's a lot of phlegm in my voice. So hacked. I said hacked, they kind of stress to other people to kind of proliferate information. So I'm going to try to steal a pot if he bets I'm jamming. Oh, what a terrible card. Terrible card. I was hoping it'd be a higher card than a 4. Because usually when I bet on the turn like this, usually I have the flush. Usually I do. And I just kind of wait a street to kind of give them a false sense of hope. Now, oh wow. What rank was that? He was a terrible player. They must have heard me speaking through the mic. They called with a 7 high flush. Like if you're new to poker, you're like, oh, I got a flush. But a 7 high flush is exactly, let's see, well, ace is high or low, right? So there was exactly 7 cards that were higher than it. There were 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, ace would be higher than it. Maybe not that hand, but there was higher flushes anyways. You never want to call like on a 4 card flush with a 7, unless you know the guy's bluffing. Right? But their hand experience against me, they wouldn't have. I didn't indicate that I would have been bluffing if they weren't listening to my mic or my voice. So they're cheating. Guaranteed they were cheats. Those are the weakest players on the planet. Fucking 7 high flush. Like, and this is supposed to be a regional tournament, right? So these people are supposed to be pretty good, but they're allowing people that are in the same room as me to cheat for these people. But they cheat, and just like Lance Armstrong, he won 7 Tour de France's, and guess what? People hate cheats. They were all shit. Only to generational pedophiles are cheats valuable. Fucking cheats, like he goes, he's not in the Hall of Fame. They waited till he died, and now they're putting him in the Hall of Fame after he died. So cheats suck. Marion Jones won a couple gold medals. You get stripped. You're infamous after that. People think you suck. Before you cheat, if you don't cheat, people buying you food everywhere you go because you like Lance Armstrong. They were probably buying him food everywhere he went because he was a 7-time Tour de France winner. And now they know him as a cheat. And he's a fucking loser. If you're a cheat, you're a fucking loser. You suck. And eventually I'm going to be the most powerful person in the world. For these cheats, I'm going to shame you. It's not slander because it's truth. Slander is inaccurate information. But I'm going to defame their character because it's true. And I'm just going to make a sport out of it. I'm going to make a sport out of it. Like, I'm going to be the best guy in the world and king of all countries. So if you call and ask for the manager in Canada, you're going to get me. If you call and ask for the manager in China, you're going to get me. If you call and ask for the manager in America, you're going to get me. If you call and ask for the manager in Russia, you're going to get me. If you call and ask for the manager in Iran, you're going to get me. Right? So nobody's going to be able to do anything. Right? So when these pro athletes that are in the Hall of Fame, when I show that they're cheats, and I auction off their bust, be exploded in front of them, and then make a reality show out of it, like when they're in prison, when I tune into their face, and just watch them cry when their whole life comes unraveled. I'm gonna make a reality show out of it, and make billions of dollars of it. I'll sell then once the broke, like say Michael Jordan or whatever, somebody like that cheated, or Wayne Gretzky, these cheats. Once they bust their bust, I'm going to be able to sell off pieces of their bust to people that hate them. Kind of like the Berlin Wall. When the Berlin Wall came down, right? Everybody wanted a piece of the Berlin Wall. Right? So there's people that hate Michael Jordan. There's people that hate Wayne Gretzky. So people would pay good money to have a chunk of their broken bust, knowing that they were fucking cheats. I love it. I'm going to make a sport out of it because they suck. My son's the best soccer player on the planet, and I'll show you a video after this tournament. And it was one take. I threw the football once, he walked over and grabbed the camera, and then he went with the soccer ball and did it once. He looks like a midget. He was 14 years old. He looks like a midget how far away from he was when he did it. Like how impressive it was. That was a nice game that he called. Risky, that was the right short-term decision, but there was a potential full house, straight. So it was a poor long-term decision, really, but it was right short-term, right? But if they make that call every single time, they're going to be losing player long. And poker is a marathon sport, right? Anybody can win short term, but you want to get into the habit of making long term decisions and not short term impulses. Because if you want short term impulses, you play slots, right? It's completely luck, or get a scratch ticket. But if you want to be a solid player, you got to make solid mathematical decisions long term. You can't let pride make the decisions for you. Basically, you can't be you can't fight for money that's in the middle of the pot if you don't have a good hand that could a drawing hand or a solid hand. Like, you know, at the beginning level, like if you're like say at the entry level for real money, like entry level tables like the penny table, you could take more chances. But once you go up in levels, you can't be making poor decisions, because professionals are going to punish you. They're just going to take all your money. Like, if people do take your money, at least try to learn from that experience so they don't take your money next time. I see this guy caught me bluffing once, so I'm a little apprehensive now because he makes me call. Like, he should have called me there last call, so he must know my voice. So this time I'm going to try to steal the pot. I have a decent hand for three-handed anyway. When you're three-handed, you have to get really aggressive, because especially when you're not in the money. Like, if I didn't bluff the hand before, I'm going to try to steal the pot again, because they're committed to, they have to put money in the pot without any choice, right? So usually they have a weak hand in that scenario. Me and my son with evolutionary genes, and you can go to Chris Meyer Diggins, MEYERDIGGINS. You have to spell it exactly. You can't just put some of those genes, because I'm censored on the internet on YouTube, so they never let you find my video. You have to put my username as well. And I put a guy in a straight flush. I'll show you that video as well. And I got like 24 views. I wrote a song called Summer in Those Jeans. It's a really good song. And I got like 69 views. They censor me on the internet because I'm going to be the truth. And they don't want to give up their thrones. But I'm one of the best poker players on the planet because I practiced the most. I played millions of hands. So I put in the reps. So they say in poker, you don't want to go in with a queen in your hand because you're likely to be disappointed. But you call it Jack 4, right? He's going to get lucky. They always get lucky. Jack 4, that's it. Like, so that's what, when they made the call, that's why they were a weak player. Like, they made a call with Jack 4 all in. Like, that's a weak player. He basically closed his eyes and threw a Hail Mary while running backwards. Like, running away from the line of scrimmage, he called, like, threw a Hail Mary. Jack 4. He had exactly 6 cards in the deck to make his hand. So the blinds are, again, so right now it's, that was a nice play they made. Very, very nice play. The blinds are getting high, so that means you don't want to have shitty cards like I am right now. The last 7 games are shitty. So that's another nice play. Terrible card. Again, what another, like... What a terrible game. Like, he just got 96k off me, but me having 4 terrible luck is going to raise again. They're trying to make this player win and beat me, basically. Like, 4 hands in a row. If he doesn't go all in, it's suspicious. Suspicious. Shift his hand. So first I'll show you. So once again, it's Go to Summer in Those Jeans, Chris Meyer Diggins, or Alone at Last, Chris Meyer Diggins. And Alone at Last is an awesome song. When I wrote it, after I wrote it, I'm like, shit, I should have called this song Panty Remover. So then I did write a song called Panty Remover.
Velvet's Alone at Last demo.
Like, my voice sounds fantastic in this. They made, like, people hack, like Missy Elliott and Taylor Swift helped me with the song, like remotely, and they gave me enough phlegm in my voice that my voice sounds fantastic in this song. They wouldn't agree to that they did, but they did help me. Like, I know that they did. So yeah, shorts here, Father and Son, Evolutionary Genes. So once again, this was the first I threw it. Like, I was probably about 25, 32 yards away. And I did one attempt, and my son walked over with the camera, and he grabbed it. Well, he filmed me. I walked over, I grabbed the camera, and he went over with the soccer ball and did it.
Here's some of that evolutionary talent. Here's me going bar down with the football.
So that was my first attempt. So then I paused the camera. Well, he paused it. I walked over, and then he walked over, and then look how small he is. He was over 5 feet tall.
Here's some of that evolutionary talent.
Me and my son, he's the best soccer player on the planet. Never seen him. Like, I seen him practicing in the backyard, and I never seen him once kick a ball over the net. I mean, over the fence. He didn't have to climb in the neighbor's yard to go get the ball. Never seen him once. Dude, like, he should be in FIFA. He should be on Manchester United or Arsenal or some team like that. He should be having a lot of money. But they pretend that he's rich, and they pretend that he's in FIFA. So they have people that have Android software in their bodies to make them better. I guess I'll show you this. This is the athleticism when I'm almost 47.
So I'm gonna do this trick. I'm gonna hack, or they're gonna hack me right there. So
they hacked me there, but I'll just skip to where. But you can see here. I'll tell you what. I'll break it down for you. I was a little too close to this, so I had to show this.
So there's different subliminal metrics that they're gonna try to set me up for now. So uninstalling the subliminal metric system.
But watch when I call them out, like when I taunt them, I look down on the ground, so they had me look at a subliminal metric to hijack my performance right after that. Then once I unhacked the technology, I was able to complete the trick. They made me step there, so I'll just show you how because you couldn't quite see it on there where I looked down at the subliminal metric. So they try to make me fall down.
So that is one machine. So I guess I'm going to do it over here. So it's all more space. So there's different subliminal metrics that they're going to try to set me up for now. So uninstalling the subliminal metric system.
Pro Sports is great.
The penis wire.
Watch how I look down.
So my last name's Wire.
And I stepped exactly where I looked down. See how I stepped right where I looked down? Because they wanted to register me. So then I unhacked the technology.
This one I got.
So I did that. Like, the government of Canada is stopping me, but I could spin a cup full of water behind my back and do that trick and street perform. But they spent billions of dollars developing technology, robotics, to prevent me from doing that, to showcase my athleticism. I'm the best athlete on the planet, and I'm just gonna find on the street flush here. This Chris Meyer Diggins. If go to this YouTube channel and go to the old videos and watch the old videos where I'm quite funny, because I wasn't aware of the system then. I wasn't aware that the government could listen to your thoughts. Like, in Canada, there's like right here, this pad right here. If you search this pad, it shows all the technology, how you could hijack the human body. That's the BAN 100. But is it this? No, maybe it's not this one. It must be Eminence Meyer Diggins. But anyways, you know, I wasn't aware of it. So under Chris Meyer Diggins, that's how you spell it. But the older videos, like I'm quite funny. I do videos, I tell stories, but I was putting like the 1 minute stories. Like I was gonna, try to be a comedian at one point. Then I wrote some songs to try to get famous with music because I have evolution, so I have to become famous to advocate for my DNA. If not, I wouldn't want to be famous. I just wanted to be rich and anonymous. But I have to become famous to advocate for my DNA. So it's on this site here. This is a good one too. Eminence Meyer Diggins. A bunch of strategy. There's ones about life advice. They're over an hour long, and but there's a lot of solid strategy. And here's a straight flush. Me putting the guy on.
The club's coming. Had to. Because I went all in. So I lost, but
And there's some solid advice when I talk about when I'm on trips. So utilize this tactic, and you'll have a better trip, anyways.
Ace 10 versus Ace Deuce, and then they hit the Miracle Club. That's typical experience on Poker Stars. Like Robert or Raj and I usually lose, so that's no good. Usually when I go to a new city, I Google top 10 free things to do in the city, and then I'll do some of them, and then I'll spend money in the city as well. But usually I'm kind of on a tight bankroll, so I try to do as much free things as I can, and then save money on food instead of going to restaurants. I go to the grocery store so I could do attractions. I end up going to the restaurants every day, but at least one meal might be, if the hotel doesn't provide breakfast, it's like, okay, let's go to the grocery store and grab some bananas or some bread and run a flush draw. Let's see how this works out. It's only $2. I have to call because I have the nut flush, but I'm certainly hoping because there's the straight flush and a four of a kind. So I think he might have the king. He had the king. So I would have.
So he could have had the 8 for the straight flush with the 8. There was 2 straight flush possibilities. He could have had the king or the 8, and I was right with the king, and just how he played it. And there was a potential 4 of a kind. There was 3 full houses, 1 3 of a kind, and 3 2 pairs. So the odds were over 1 in 20 million. And you can see here, I got 25 views and exactly 0 likes because of penis envy. Right, and so I'll just play a couple songs, I guess, since this is kind of a hype video. So before I do that, I'll just show you how I have evolutionary biology. I'm just gonna do this because I put in other videos, but I never know which one is gonna kind of make me famous here. But here's where the government turned, like, my eyes look like machine eyes because they put nanotechnology on my eyes without me wanting it. Like, look at, like, right there. Look at my eyes. They look like machines. They look like machines. I'm just gonna take a picture like that. They look like machines. And I'll show you my eyes right now. My eyes don't look like that. My eyes don't look like that. That is the difference. My eyes don't look like that. My eyes look like machines because they put nanotechnology in my eyes. I'll just show you the difference between the two pictures. A screenshot. So here's that one and that one. Look at the difference between my eyes. See, in that one you can see all the white in my eyes, and this one you can't really see the white because I look like I have machine eyes. And like, this is how they wrinkled me. This was January 2nd, 2025. And I made a video on proof, like on film, where my eyes aged on film. And you know what a nurse and a doctor said to me? Well, maybe it's because you're dehydrated. No, well, how come a scar went away while I was in the hospital? The scar went away. Right? They lie. You know, if people's wrinkles disappeared when they were hydrated, then old people wouldn't have wrinkles. They're idiots. But they're denying it. Like, I look like this guy. I look like a lot of people. Like, I look like Geronimo, Sitting Bull. This is what my dad looked like. And, but this guy, he looks like me, Michael Jordan. These are all kings. This guy looks like me. This guy looks like a black version of me. I look like Hadrian. I look like a lot of Roman emperors. I look like Antonius Pius. I look like Miyamoto Musashi. This guy is Captain James Cook. When I was in Trafalgar Square in London, England, I took this picture. Well, I didn't take this picture from London, England, but the statue's in London, England, Trafalgar Square. I seen it. I'm like, wow, does that ever look like me? And my grandmother's maiden name was Ivy Marion Cook. And here's Empress Victoria. Here's my daughter. Here's what she looked like when she was a kid. My daughter, here's what she looked like when she was a kid. My parents look like German emperors. And here's my DNA map. Except for the white area, I have genetic relations. And so here is my evolutionary pectoral muscles, where I have those indentations. And right here, you can see where that looks like a 25. That looks like a 25 because it's the year 2025. So they changed my scar and I've changed my scar. So I made this part unhack in front of my son. I made this part disappear right in front of him. And so you can see it on this. You can see it in this picture. You can see where it disappeared. I made that part of the scar disappear. I made it disappear with my mind. And they're like, oh, okay, well, he doesn't have evolutionary biology. We're not going to give him a fucking x-ray. He looks like Marcus Aurelius and Edward VIII. Right, and this is what regular 1 biology looks like. You can see those indentations right there. How that guy's muscles go in. That's regular 1, generation 1 biology. This is my son's biology. It's different. So he'd be equivalent to generation 1.5. You don't see those indentations. So once again, this is generation 1 biology. You see those indentations right there and right there. And then, wait a second. And then here's my biology. You don't see those indentations right there or right there because I'm generation 2 biology. My biology is different. That's why I have a V. They could give me a positron emission tomography test, and it would reveal that I have unique. My brain's different than everybody else. Basically, you have an analog brain, and my brain's like digital. I could create no passages.
I'm supposed to give you this.
So that voice that you just heard was one of the pylons that said that, like, look, I don't have any wrinkles under my eyes. And it's May 27th, 2025. And once again, I showed, like, how come my scar looks like 25. When I got that scar, I never posted it ever before because it never looked like 25 until this year. December 13th, 2024, I realized that my subconscious mind runs the world, basically. And you know what they did? Watch this. My face is going to disconnect and my face is going to drop. See how my face dropped? I just killed human hijackers because they stopped following my organic directive. My mind, they use my mind for strategy. They know I can predict the future, but they stopped following my organic directive once I realized it. Imagine that. The same people that I'm going to be able to execute for attempted regicide in the future. Right? They're insubordinate. You know, I'm the true sovereign. They get 25 years in prison for crimes against the sovereign and the king. So once again, I'll go to, oh, it's under. I won't play it Alone at Last, it's a little long, but, and there's music to it, so there could be some subliminal. But you can download a ghost meter, and it would reveal that there's subliminal. In Canada, you could download a ghost meter, and it would reveal that there's subliminal that they put in all this and break pro sports with it. But I'll play Summer in Those Jeans. Let's see, I'll do this. You have to spell it exactly like this, because if not, you won't find it on the internet. You have to put that all in. Like they censor my awareness. Let's see, here we go. So I have 70 views.
Girl called Summer in those jeans. Look like summer in those jeans. If you could only see what I see, you look perfect to me. Every night get you scuffed in those sheets with me. If you like summer every time we meet, making every paycheck ends meet. Got me loving you in those jeans. Summer every time we meet. If you like summer every time we meet, making every paycheck ends meet. Got me loving you in those jeans. Summertime every time we meet. If you like summer, every time our eyes greet, even when just strolling down the Chesapeake, you look like summer in those jeans. If you could only see what I see, you look perfect to me. Every night get you scuffing those sheets with me. If you like summer every time we meet, making every paycheck ends meet. You got me loving you in those jeans. Summertime every time
Here's
we
really
meet.
the catchy part.
If you like summer, every time we meet, making every paycheck ends meet. Got me loving you in those jeans. Summertime every time we meet.
Like, I think that's a hit country song, and they didn't give me anything. I'll just show you. I'm just gonna kind of showcase everything. I showed my athleticism, showcasing my poker prowess, my songwriting ability, and in this video here, it shows me doing math while
But I'm gonna write down any two numbers
with the camera with two random numbers. So I'm just gonna go to videos here, and I'll just go to any random old video, and it's gonna be this one's pretty funny.
So I'm around 3 or 4 at the time, and remember those plastic bats? As kids are big on the one end and skinny on the other end, the little plastic bats, right? So I'm teeing off on stuff like I'm Tiger Woods at the range, right? And I'm just having a great time, just smashing stuff. So naturally stuff gets broken, right? So you're right? Glass starts falling, right? My brother Barry couldn't talk at the time, so I hand him the bat, right? My parents come running out. They're like, looking at Barry, right? They couldn't give him crap because he couldn't talk, right? And I didn't get in trouble, so I was like, anyways, so they say that violence in movies doesn't translate to real life, and as an older brother, I can tell you that's a lie. I'd watch like a kung fu movie. Next thing you know, once it's done, it's like, hey Barry, let's go to the park. I'd be trying out my moves on the kid.
That was funny. I did it all the time. I did save him at one point. I was a mean older brother. He would have been a better older brother than me. I was a mean older brother. Like, at one point, I burnt my hand on a stove. He laughed, so I burned his hand. Right, and then another time I was at the Blue Jay game. I dropped my ice cream. He laughed, so I threw his ice cream down. But what I did do was I saved his face from being mauled, because the German Shepherd was about to maul his face, and I came running after the German Shepherd with a mallet and scared it away. So he would have had scars all over his face if it wasn't for me. But anyways, I'll play this one. This one looks like it might be funny.
Listen, in the summertime you're walking, you see some grass, you're like, damn, that grass looks comfortable, right? So you go get your sleep on, you're laying there, next thing you know, your dream water starts coming through the walls. You wake up to like a scene out of Inception, like as the water's coming at you, right? Or you're inside the shelter, people are handing out food, you're like a seagull, you're like, mine. You're just all over that stuff. Right? There's that one rapper, he's like, I get more ass than a toilet seat. And as a homeless person, I definitely get more public toilet seat than ass. Right? You're sitting there talking to a girl on social media, and next thing you know, what do you do for a living comes up. I'm a struggling artist. When I was married, my ball and chain used to be my wife, now it's my Wi-Fi range.
I think that's pretty funny. I'm pretty talented, as you can see, and so I'm pretty talented, as you can see, and I sought asylum in 2019, and I'll just show you this proof. This is what happens to Canada when they fuck me over. So first of all, I've been hospitalized since May 5th, and my sister wrote a letter May 9th. So I don't know how I got hospitalized 4 days after she wrote the letter, or 4 days before she wrote the letter, pardon me. And but I'll just show you here. how this is. So in 2019, Canada made $1.7 trillion. And in 2020, since I sought asylum in 2019, Canada lost $100 billion for violating me. And did I post it on here too? So anyways, I bought a gun in 2014 to get it off the streets. I was buying $10 worth of weed. It was decriminalized. It was a $90 fine. And Canada lost $300 billion in 2015 for trying to put me in prison. And this is the technology. They could broadcast frequency into your brain and cause pain with frequency, but they deny this. And this gun here, they could implant a thought in your brain. But they pretend, like officially in Canada, there's, so I'll just show you this here. So before I was born, in 1976, Canada was 27th in the world in the Olympics. And then they boycotted the 1980 Olympics. And then in 1984, they were 6th in the world overall. America went from 3rd in the world to 1st in the world because of my biology. They use chemical electrolysis. When I said my biology, somebody else pretended to be me. But it's all hidden in plain sight. This is the Seattle Seahawks roster. Travis Homer went to Christian University. My name is Christian Meyer Diggins. So people call me Myers. And in high school, they would call me Diggs. So it's Meyer Diggs is the Brit King Neil. So Brit King, you can see Brit King Neil, and there's a lock. So I want my kingdoms, and DK is short form for Denmark. And all monarchies, I checked 6 monarchies in 2015, and they all lost money because they try to set me up and throw me in prison for buying a gun to get off the streets. And here, you can see right here where it says Princess Louise. This was an invitation to a royal ball. And on the back of it, it had this guy. This guy was a field marshal. So he was a field marshal when the Brits were the superpower on the planet. Where there was an expression that the sun never set on the British Empire because they had colonies on all continents. And he was the head guy of the army. He was the head general. And this guy looks like my mom's brother. He looks like me. He looks like my dad. And he looks like my brother and my son. Right? So I have a double relation to a field marshal. And I look like Sun Tzu. So Sun Tzu, very much. Have a great day.